When I said I was going to follow up WWF Betrayal with a good game, or at least a halfway decent one, did any of you guys expect this one? I know you didn't. Anyway, hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. And it's really more of a pick up and play video than a Let's Play, but it's a Let's Play nonetheless. This is Enduro for the Atari 2600. If you couldn't already tell, you're driving on this track, you're passing by as many cars as you can, and you do have certain road conditions too, such as day, night, snow, fog, that sort of thing. Basically, you have to pass a certain amount of cars within a day, or it's game over. That's basically what you're doing in this game. And there's a snow condition. Just makes it a little harder to see the road at times, but pretty easy to deal with once you know what to do. And to start the game, you have to reset the game first. So let's do that. And all you have are a joystick and a fire button. So press the fire button, and away we go. Hold the fire button to go faster. Use left and right to turn, to move your car around the track. And use down to slow down. Controls are easy to pick up, but trying to get through this game and do very well at it is another matter entirely. And if we're turning left, we'll be moving to the left if we keep our hand off the joystick and just leave the car in neutral. We also go right if it's turning right. I can go faster than this, but here's the thing about this game. You don't want to go too fast, because if you go too fast, there's a chance you will lose control. And you may run into a car. And if you run into a car, you'll be sent back quite a bit. As many as 6 cars that you have passed may pass by you. And you want to pass as many cars as possible, so in case that happens, you don't have to play a lot of catch-up. And we're finally out of the snow. That's a great thing. At least the cars don't move left or right. They just stay in either the left side, the middle, or the right side. So, at least the cars don't get in your way that much. And now it's kind of turning into evening here, as you can kind of tell by the backgrounds. And it's night, which means we are now seeing the headlights of these cars. If the car's headlights are... Why am I saying headlights? They're taillights. English watercress. If the taillights are pink or purple, I'm going to assume they're purple, then they're either on the left side of the road or the right. If the taillights are red, they are in the middle of the road. And now we got night fog. So the fog and the snow aren't the same like I want to think it is. And at least we managed to pass our 200 car quota. So we can keep on playing for as long as we need to. And we shouldn't expect to get a game over by the time it becomes daylight again. You want to be very careful and go a little slower than you usually would in the fog, because as you can see, well, as you could see, you can't see much. So it is possible to go too fast in the fog and run smack dab into the back of a car, right into the taillights, before you have any chance to react. And now that the headlights are replaced with cars again, we're nearing daylight. This is your opportunity to hurry I don't know why I did that. Before it becomes daylight like that again. Just out of the blue. You don't get a warning. You just get the gray sky and then boom, daylight. So we passed 200 cars in stage 1, and now we got to pass 300 in stage 2. It does get trickier once you get past stage 1, believe it or not. On the 3rd stage you have to pass 400, on the 4th stage you have to pass 500, and I believe on the 5th stage you have to pass 600. I may be wrong, but that seems about right. And back in the day, if you could prove to Activision that you managed to survive 5 in-game stages or days, you could actually get a patch from Activision. Sadly, they don't make the patch anymore, but that was a real challenge. A challenge I may not be able to complete in this video. I made it pretty close to stage 3 or day 3 in my practice runs though, and I only did like 2 of them. So as you can see, let's slow down a little bit. There we go. Don't want to go too fast. I may not be going fast enough though. Gotta be careful. Also, sometimes you'll hit a wall. Thankfully you don't crash like you would if you hit a car, if you ever hit a wall. You just slow down a little bit. So that can kind of help you. I guess you could kind of take advantage of that if you needed to. But if you really need to slow down, I recommend using down on the joystick. It is something that I recommend a little more. So if you need to use the wall, go ahead. There may be a situation where you may need it. I'm not a master at this game. I'm not going to tell you straight up exactly how to play it like some sort of Atari 2600 elitist or something. And I may hit that 300 car quota. It's just a matter of whether or not I manage to do well here and not mess up really, really bad. Ow. Apparently I slowed down a little bit before I tried to pass that car there. And apparently when I get knocked back, the cars won't always be in the exact same position. Apparently they'll spawn in different positions altogether. And we're gonna hit that quota. Yeah! We made it to stage 3. That's better than I did in the practice runs, believe it or not. Let's keep the momentum going, because as you probably saw at the end of stage 1, we're going to go from this gray screen to daylight without a chance to reclue. That beeping noise that we saw before I made it past that 300th car was the only thing telling me, hey, you gotta hurry up. And apparently I'm doing 300 cars again. That's okay. I did not expect... I expected it to go to 400. So, at least they kept it challenging, but not too challenging. So yeah, stage 3 is apparently 300. I honestly expected it to go to 400 because I had never made it this far in the game. I'm not sure if I'll go to either 20 minutes or until I get a game over. I'm doing this all live. So if you hear me not talk for a little while, it's because I'm doing this all live. I'm talking as I'm playing the game. This is live commentary. And here's the snow again. And I thought I could get between those two cars. I was very, very wrong. Don't try to do something like that. You're better off always finding a lot of space around cars if you need to. And I'm probably going faster than I probably should. Remember, when you speed up to get past these cars, you want to go at a speed that's comfortable for you. And I don't know why I tried to do that again. That was a very terrible idea. Don't try to go between cars. It will not work well. I keep thinking that maybe I can do it. But no, you can't. I especially don't want to try to do it here. I wouldn't do it at night. Why would I try to do it during the day? And we're only halfway there. I'm not doing very well. I may lose in this day. But this is officially the best that I've ever done. I've only played this game like a couple times. I didn't grow up with it exactly. I was more of a NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis kind of kid back in the 90s. Though, when I was really young, my family did have an Atari 2600. I don't remember them having this game, though. Carissa Yamato. You may remember Carissa Yamato from the Xbox Live Forum videos that I do with him on his channel. He introduced me to the game back at his house a couple years ago. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the speedometer. Did you see it at the bottom of the screen? The fact that you have to pass so many cars. The day-night cycle, the snow, the fog. The fact that you have day-night cycles and weather in this game. That's actually pretty fun to see. You didn't see that in other games. Well, not a lot of games had them anyway. And I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. But I tried, though. I tried. We never made it to day 4 in the pole position. But 400 miles? That's not bad for somebody who hasn't played through this very much. I'm actually proud of myself. This is the best I've ever done, and y'all got to see it. And the game goes on like that forever and ever. There is no real ending. It's not like some later arcade games or later console games where games did have an ending. This one went on forever and ever and ever, and all that you had as incentive for playing these kinds of games, the earlier games, the real old school games, was the speedometer, the high score. You had to push yourself further and further. You had to get better and better. You had to get faster and faster. You had to get more powerful. It just looped endlessly. That's all you were able to do. Just bring yourself to your absolute peak performance. And maybe if I played this thing for hours on end, maybe I would make it past 5 on-screen days and be worthy of that patch if I played the game in 1983. Who knows? I probably could. It wouldn't surprise me. But I'm rambling at this point. This has been Enduro for the Atari 2600. Rather simple game. Kind of a clone of pole position, but it did have its own original ideas as a speedometer, day and night cycles, snow and fog. That just gave it this little extra bit of challenge. In my 1983 standards, that's alright. Do I enjoy this game? Absolutely. I recommend giving it a spin. Until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later.